Up next, we have the Symphonic Band under the direction of Dr. Tim Robley. Before they start playing, we'd like to take a moment to recognize some of the students in this ensemble who, through their chair placement in this group, are now eligible to audition for the All-State Band later on this month. If you could please hold all applause till all names have been called, that would be greatly appreciated. And students, please stand when your name is called. On piccolo, we have Rosalind Taylor. On flute, we have Ruby Knudsen, Megan Hawthorne, Stella Carroll, Heather Hong, and Julia Storin. On oboe, we have Lucas Kroll and Azzy Smith. On bassoon, we have Griffin Harrell, Aiden Taylor, and we also have Caitlin Young, who will be auditioning on viola, but also plays here on bassoon. On E-flat clarinet, we have Taylor Raposa. On B-flat clarinet, we have Franco Aboud, Timmy Johnson, Robert Christensen, Clara Jacob, Isabella Kang, and Gabrielle Bartels, and Mitchell Austin. On bass clarinet, we have Alexander Lindsay and Mary Hawthorne. On contra clarinet, we have Zadrian Stokes. On alto saxophone, we have Luke Smith and Michael Belford. On tenor saxophone, we have Juniper Johnston. On bari saxophone, we have Ivan Breivik. On trumpet, we've got Alex Romanov, Brooke Shimonokoro, Nathan Brents, Justin Nelson. And on French horn, we've got Elizabeth Freitas, Nathaniel Brown, Gavin Kelly, Elijah Ouellette, Coco Wallace, Patrick Fallon, and Jackson Smith. On trombone, we have Olivia Jeffers, David Rebus, Philip Pollica, and Nicholas Gronopoulos. On bass trombone, we've got Colin Pynick and Justin Bissell. On euphonium, we have Dean Williamson, Adalia Antwi-Darkwa. And on tuba, we have Dylan Holler and CJ Ramos. In percussion, we've got Matthew Carter, Rax Humidiao, Wright Stokes, and Martin Hood. And on double bass, we have Lee Morgan. So congratulations again to these students. They'll be heading up to JNU later this month to audition for a spot in the All Virginia Band. But without further ado, next up we've got the Symphonic Band under the direction of Dr. Tim Robley.
being here. Thank you for helping us celebrate this wonderful weekend. It's a joy to spend a couple hours with these students. They're not tired at all, no matter what they say. It's been a spectacular weekend. They make such wonderful music, and they're such great people to be with. That was a celebration piece, the Kirkpatrick Fanfare by Dr. Andy Boyson. The following piece is a little bit older. This composer will probably not attend today. J.S. Bach lived a little bit further away. We call it Eastern Virginia. This is the Prelude and Fugue in G minor. That's really fun. The next piece requires a little bit of explanation. Jody Blackshaw is a composer in Australia who writes a lot of music designed to test the creativity of the performers. And Letter from Sado is built off of the idea of a haiku that basically describes, or really just describes in its very few words, both a stormy sea outside of the island of Sado, outside of Japan, and also the calmness of the sea and the Milky Way. And what she asks the performers to do is very similar to what you heard earlier in the Nishimura, is to improvise much of the music. So what you'll hear in the middle section of the piece is basically things that are written, and we'll play it correctly, just like A students are supposed to do. For the rest of the piece, what the students are demanded to do is basically create the rest of it. So what you'll hear is an introduction that this group has composed. You'll hear an ending that this group composed. I think percussion, you composed a couple of the transitions. So this piece will never be performed this way again, which is kind of exciting. It's been really a great treat to get to work with these students and how they've approached this. They've been willing to take risks, because playing music that's designed to be interesting and good rather than correct is a really different challenge. So we hope you enjoy Jody Blackshaw's Letter from Sado. Dr. Chinsky said, it's a wonderful opportunity to be back with him. I remember his teaching in Virginia very well. I am also a native of Virginia. I grew up in the very west side. It's called Seattle. But my house was built in 1725, so I figure I can get away with it. It is wonderful to be at home for these and to be with these students. Some of us actually were brave enough to come 2 weeks in a row after they came to visit us at Shenandoah last weekend. If that included you, thank you for traveling again. It's the best to be with them 2 weekends in a row. I don't know how lucky you are. It is such a joy to make music. We are so grateful to all of you that make this possible. The families that have created and sacrificed so much to make this happen. I feel so blessed to be with my friends, the teachers in District 15. Many of you I've known for as long as I've been in Virginia. The chance to call you my friends and get to work with you is just one of the great joys in my life. My friends, can we thank our teachers again? Woo! I don't have to stretch your imagination much to know that none of this happens without them. To our organizers and our hosts, thank you all. It's been wonderful to be here. The amount of hours and time that this takes goes way beyond what we get to do in rehearsal. I love this weekend because I get to do only the fun parts. So this is a great joy, and we thank you for being here. We're going to finish the program with a fun little thing by Mike Markowski, but before we do that, I'm going to be incredibly rude and turn my back on you and say goodbye to these folks. So, Ben, thank you for being here. Thank you for the risks you've taken. Thank you for making mistakes. I love this. I promised I'd make some. I totally have. So, keep doing what you're doing and playing. I look forward to seeing you both at your schools. So we will get to make more music together, but it's such a treat to be with you. Thank you for the risks you take, for how you are with each other. It's a really inspiring thing. And I mean that at the bottom of my heart. I say this frequently, so forgive me if I've said it before, but I think it's important enough when we recognize what students in music do. Building skills is one part of it, and it's an important part, and it's an exciting part. But what music students really do, that now in my 50s I recognize more and more, is they develop their own skills, they develop their own voice on an instrument, and they care deeply about it. And while they do it, they listen to somebody else at the same time. It is an amazing human activity. So I am so touched and bewildered almost by their ability and their willingness to do this. When people ask me what I do that don't understand music, I say I teach advanced humanity, because what these students do is really remarkable. This piece has a different kind of listening. This is by the composer Mike Markowski, whose bio reads that Mike Markowski, born in some year, is fully qualified to watch movies and cartoons. This piece may be a little bit inspired by some of those cartoons. We hope you enjoy it. This is Comitius Fantasticus by Michael Markowski. Thank you for being here today. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you to all our friends who have put this together, and thank you, students. It's been a great joy. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.